There's a version of your past that never actually happened. Not a lie exactly, something sneakier. A quiet edit your mind makes while you're not looking. The arguments get deleted. The boredom disappears. The bad decisions get a soft filter, like an old photograph left out in the sun. And somewhere along the way, you started missing a life that was rewritten before you ever pressed play on the memory. If you've ever felt a strange ache for a time that, if you're honest, wasn't even that good, stay with me, because what's happening inside your head has a name, and understanding it might change how you see your entire life. Psychologists call this Rosy retrospection. It's not nostalgia in the innocent sense, a song that reminds you of summer, a smell that pulls up a childhood kitchen. This is different. This is your mind actively rewriting history to make the present feel worse by comparison. And it doesn't happen randomly. It happens to specific kinds of people in specific kinds of moments, usually the ones standing at the edge of something uncertain. Here's what's really going on beneath the surface. Your brain doesn't store memories like a camera. It stores them like a story. And every story needs meaning. So every time you replay an old chapter of your life, your mind quietly edits it, trimming the parts that don't fit the narrative you need right now. If today feels unstable, yesterday gets promoted to simpler times. If today feels lonely, yesterday gets rewritten as when everyone still cared. It's not memory, it's emotional self-defense, dressed up as memory. Research on autobiographical memory backs this up. The negative details of past experiences fade almost twice as fast as the positive ones. So the past isn't just remembered fondly, it's mathematically guaranteed to look better than it felt at the time. The people who do this aren't weak or stuck or broken. Often, they're the ones who felt the most in control back then, even if that control was an illusion. Think about it. A painful breakup can turn into, "At least I knew who I was." A stressful old job can become, "At least I had structure." Even childhood struggles get quietly rebranded as, "At least life was simple." This is the mind's way of coping with uncertainty. When the future feels foggy, the past becomes a place to retreat to. Not because it was better, but because it's already finished. It can't hurt you anymore. It can only comfort you. But here's the part almost nobody talks about. The more you romanticize what's behind you, the more your present starts to feel like a disappointment by comparison, even when it isn't one. You begin measuring your real, complicated, still unfolding life against a memory that was never accurate to begin with. That's not remembering. That's grieving a version of your life that doesn't exist. And the cruelest part, the people you're remembering fondly, your younger self, your old friends, that simpler version of your world, they weren't happy all the time either. They were just as anxious about their future as you are about yours right now. You're comparing your real present to their curated highlight reel. So, what actually breaks this pattern? Psychologists suggest something almost uncomfortably simple. Write down the past honestly, not selectively. Not the highlight reel, the whole reel. The boredom, the doubt, the nights you didn't know what you were doing either. Because the goal was never to stop remembering. The goal is to remember accurately, so the life you're living right now finally gets judged on its own terms, instead of losing to a memory that was edited to win. The past will always look better in the rearview mirror. That's not nostalgia, that's just how mirrors work. Your job isn't to stop looking back, it's to stop letting a memory outvote your actual life. If this made you see your own memories differently, that's exactly the point. Subscribe, because we're going deeper into the psychology of the mind next week.